It's time now for the evening edition for this Wednesday, May 15th, 2024. I'm DeAndre Hamilton. Thank you for joining us. We've got the news that matters most, and we get started right after this.
There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such a wholesome variety of your favorite fresh foods. There is simply nowhere else in the Turks and Caicos Islands that you can find such outstanding service. And there is simply nowhere else in the TCI to answer your every food craving in a chic, comfortable, centrally located store. That's a place you can trust. Number one is Graceway IGA. Fresh, service, trust for over 20 years.
Some are calling the male shot and killed during a police investigation overnight in Providenciales nothing more than a baby, a term often used by islanders when speaking about someone who is very young, most times a teenager. A police report issued last night informed that they were called to an armed robbery in Blue Hills, that they later intercepted the stolen vehicle in Snake Hill, where they were fired upon by suspects. Officers returned fire, and a suspect, that report explained, was fatally wounded. It is unclear the age of the deceased male or his involvement in the reported theft of a vehicle. The incident unfolded after 9 p.m. last night and is another shocking scenario for the people of the TCI. Primary health care will experience an overhaul, according to Lynrod Brooks, Director of Health Policy and Planning within the TCI Ministry of Health, who on Tuesday delivered a presentation on the TCI's National Health Strategic Plan after 2 years of dedicated work on that plan. From strengthening the physical infrastructure to upgrading service delivery to establishing a firm standard for care of patients and confirming protocols. A renewal strategy, as it was dubbed, was explained and comes also with increased funding to the country's government-run clinics. Motivating this strategy, the burdensome trend of what is the leading cause of morbidity and mortality for the Turks and Caicos people.
Over the next 3 years and beyond, the health profile of the nation shows some concerning trends, in particular non-communicable diseases continue to be the largest contributor to morbidity and mortality burden of the Turks and Caicos Islands and are the leading cause of death. It's alarming.
Brooks was among the many speakers at the national launch held yesterday. Also speaking, the Premier and Health Minister of Anguilla, Dr. Ellis Webster, former TCI Premier and Health Minister Dr. Rufus Ewing, current Health Minister Sean Malcolm, and Delini Daniel Selvaratnam, the TCI's governor. You're listening to the news that matters most, Magnetic Media.
Are you a patient of InterHealth Canada Turks and Caicos Islands Hospital? Take control of your healthcare with the MyCare Corner portal and mobile application. Request an email registration invitation today at mycarecorner@interhealthcanada.tc for seamless access to your health information and more.
46-year-old Shenita Giri is scheduled for arraignment tomorrow before the chief magistrate after having been officially charged with unlawful possession of ammunition on Tuesday. She is the latest American visitor charged with possession of ammo in the Turks and Caicos. Giri was allegedly found with 2 bullets in baggage, we learned on Monday. The magistrate's court has no jurisdiction over this kind of matter, so Shenita Giri will be remanded to prison without bail. It is expected, however, that her attorney will not let that happen without a fight. An application could be made for her to have her matter heard at the Supreme Court before she is escorted to HMP, according to a report filed today by court correspondent Wilkie Arthur. Residents will have to wait a bit longer to get updated and consulted on the changes to the electoral boundaries in the country following a pushback of meetings with the Boundaries Commission. TCIG revealed the meetings of the commission scheduled for this week have been rescheduled as the interim report cannot be completed without input from the Lands and Survey Department, the deputy director of which is outside the country. TCIG says all islands will be informed of a later date in a timely manner. You're listening to Magnetic Media, the power of attraction. Century 21 Arishar Properties is your best resource for buying or selling any real estate in the Turks and Caicos Islands, whether it's a condo, house, villa, commercial property, or vacant land. Century 21 TCI can assist you with your real estate needs. No matter the sign, keep Century 21 Arishar Properties in mind. Call 649-941-7368 or email your friends at century21tci.com. A 32-year-old accused man, Xavier Denzel King, has absconded from TCI amidst a court case. He was charged with 3 counts of assault on a police officer around April last year. The matter was once again called for mention on Monday, May 13th, but King was a no-show. One of the court police officials explained to the learned chief magistrate that Xavier King has left the country, end quote. Magnetic Media Court correspondent Wilkie Arthur was present in court on numerous occasions as King returned back and forth to court for the past year, and his case was not progressing. But it's not clear how he was allowed to leave the country with the case still before the courts. A bench warrant has now been issued for King's arrest and a summons to show cause issued for the surety, the person who signed his bail. That does it for news in the evening edition. I'm DeAndre Hamilton. Thank you for joining us.